Round 10 of the Formula One season comes to Great Britain and Silverstone, the circuit that hosted the very first World Championship Grand Prix in 1950. The track is based on a former aerodrome, and from a driver's perspective, Silverstone's 5.8 kilometres are some of the most formidable in Formula One. It's relatively flat, but also flat out, with corners like Copse, Stowe, Maggots and Beckett's, requiring both bravery and finesse. This is a circuit that the racing drivers revere. Silverstone saw a record crowd of over 350,000 spectators attend last year's event. Let's ride on board with the reigning world champion and see what makes Silverstone really special. Across the start-finish line and down to turn 1, a signature of this racetrack, flat out in qualifying. Working the wheel through 2 before breaking down into the relatively tight turn 3. This is all the relatively new part of the Silverstone racetrack. Bit wide through 4, which is really a feeder into getting as maximum speed possible onto the back straight through 5. This is one of the DRS activation zones, dropping down to what was the old pit lane complex. Into Brooklands, a long corner, not necessary to have a perfect apex. In contrast, you can see here Lewis Hamilton taking a wide middle part of the corner to get the best acceleration, down through Woodcut, across the old start-finish straight. And now we get into some of the best corners on this racetrack. Through Copse, down 2 gear, 6 gear, 250 kilometres an hour at the apex. And now coming to the mighty Beckett's, a sequence of corners, through the left, through the right, the middle part of the corner, and 6 gear, down 1 further gear, 185 kilometres an hour at the apex, taking you out onto the Hanger straight. 200 miles an hour topped as he comes down into Stowe. Beautiful commitment, riding out down through the Vale, approaching the braking at Club Corner. Tricky sequence to end the lap. You see there Lewis, as the downforce comes off the car, locks the front left, manages to get away with picking up the apex. Mighty through the last corner as he runs for the line, a perfect example of how to drive this racetrack.